Today we're joined by Dominic Grounsell from RSA at our Google SMG event. Dominic, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
So, we've just had a morning worth of presentations. What kind of themes do you think are coming out that you think are really interesting?
So the two big things I took away were the increasing power of connectivity and the increasing sophistication with which data can be used to reach consumers with either messages or to create new brand engaging experiences.
And there were certain things talked about being always on, always connected.
Yeah.
How do you think that affects what you're doing within marketing?
Well, I think it's hugely important for us because as a direct business, we are selling pretty much all of the time, 24 hours a day on our website. And so being able to deploy our marketing in a way that reaches consumers at a point when they're ready to browse our products, buy our products, to be able to follow them at the right times when they're customers for CRM purposes is absolutely what we care about in the marketing function at RSA.
What's quite interesting knowing you from your various lives is actually probably the data bit which might scare some people,
Yeah.
probably the area you're really comfortable with.
Yeah.
And then actually some of the more experienced side is probably further away from what you've done in the past. Have you found that?
Well, not really. I mean, I started as a brand marketer at Unilever, and that was all about brand experiences. And a lot of the things we heard today, the Samsung example, echoes the brand activation for growth training that we put the Unilever marketers through 10 years ago. Just that the capabilities now, particularly with social, mean that the experience is now instant rather than extended over a period of time and can be shared and amplified in different ways. But essentially, the bow tie of invitation, experience and amplification is the same, just the channels are different. I think where I'm finding it most interesting now with data is you can take the traditional, slightly softer skills of marketing like insight, creative, activation, experiential marketing, and you can fuse them with data and with the technical aspects of some channels like search, display and social to create things that are much, much more interesting than they were 10 years ago.
And using examples I think we saw from Adam Foley about how you can actually real time understand what people are doing.
Absolutely.
Very exciting work.
Yeah.
And for your RSA, what challenges have you got coming up or opportunities?
I think it's all about where do we go next. So we're pretty good in the traditional media space, and we are growing in our sophistication of the use of digital media and social. And for me, it's about how do we bring it together, not just for acquisition purposes and to create that kind of the brand engagement, brand affinity, but also how do I leverage the same tools for customer management as CRM? Because I think one of the most untapped markets right now is using social, particularly channels like Facebook, for customer value management rather than just for messaging out. And that for me is something I'm probably going to focus on more in the back half this year.
So it's more about having a conversation with and listening rather than just pushing.
And not just with prospects, specifically with your existing customers and using those channels to reach them in ways that you would normally use paper for, which for me is really exciting.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for your time.
No worries. Thank you.